Based on what the Bible is taught, are we supposed to pray to Mary?
Good question. I'm going to ask you guys, in the Bible, how many people prayed to Mary?
I'm not sure.
None.
Exactly. 0. You'd think if praying to Mary is something we should do, you'd expect the apostles to be encouraging it. Mary likely would have died, and yet no one starts praying to her. Or even think of the saints in the Old Testament, like Abraham. He's the father of the faithful, and yet no one prayed to Abraham. No one prayed to David. Praying to saints, do you think God, who is a jealous God, do you think he's happy with that?
No.
He's actually greatly offended. Think of prayer as like a special walkie-talkie between us and God. We get to speak to him in prayer. And so when we decide to say, no, I'm going to abuse prayer and direct it toward not God but to someone else, God's like, how dare you? I made this as the means of communication between me and you, and you're now directing it towards someone else? And he's actually offended. It is a sin. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Even the Lord's Prayer tells us, pray like this, our Father who is in heaven. There was someone in the Old Testament, Daniel, he got thrown into a lion's den. Do you know why he got thrown into that lion's den, yet God protected him in there?
Because he followed Jesus?
Well, it's more specific. There were some enemies of Daniel who made a law that you can only pray to the king and to no one else. And so do you think Daniel compromised?
No.
No, that's why he was thrown into the lion's den. And so we see when there was an encouragement, in fact a command by people, you should pray to someone else besides God, we see that Daniel, the faithful man of God, said no. I'm praying to God and him alone. And he was willing to go to the lion's den for that, and God protected him. And so you see that as an example, that even if you're encouraged by people, go pray to Mary, you say, no, I'm going to be like Daniel. I'm going to be like Daniel and pray only to God. And God will commend you for that.